Good morning. Today I'm going to recap Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 for Adobe Illustrator with our textbook. So in Chapter 3, we're going to learn how to create a star and hold the arms, and then work on rounded corners and the direct selection tool. I'm going to go to File, Open, and mine's going to look a little bit different, but you're going to need to click your G drive, which is your Google Drive. Alright, so starting this week, we're going to add a new artboard or two every day for our practice files. So we can go up to Window and Artboards, and we can click right here for a new artboard. I'm going to give it a name, and I'm going to name it February 10th, Chapters 3 and 4. Also down here at the bottom, I can arrow through to get to a different artboard. First, I'm going to show you how to work with stars. So remember, in the bottom, we can click and we can go to our color panel. We can also go and change our color for our stroke or border. Okay, so here's two key things. So I'm going to click on our shape and make a star. So I drew my star and I am still left clicking. I can move up and down my arrow on my keyboard to change the number of sizes. But then I can hold the Alt key down at the same time to pull in and out. And that will adjust how far in and out the points go. Alright, so again, so my note says to hold the Control key down while making the star. So I made my star, and I can hold Control down, and then I can drag out to make the arms longer or in to make them shorter. Okay, so you can use up and down arrows, and I'm still left clicking. So I can use up and down arrows to change the number of points, and I can hold Control down to change the length of the arms. I've got one rectangle here. I can hold the Alt key, drag across, and give me a couple rectangles to work with. Also on the Properties panel, I can click there once and just kind of quickly change the color of the fill and the stroke. So next we're going to work with the live corners. So when I click in the rectangle, this is the live corner. So I can pull it in or out, and it's going to adjust all four of the corners. To adjust just one corner, I can double click. So now if you see all of the corners are white with a blue dot, I double click, and now it changes that one corner to a blue dot with a white center, and then I can change that. You can also change the type of corners that you have if you Alt click. So hold Alt and click. So if you see now, my little curve looks kind of like a little macaroni there. And then you can see I can change the different types of corners. Also over here on the right under Transform, I can click those three dots. And then here I can change the corner types to round, inverted round, and chamfer. Sounds like an alt rock band. So in this example, I have just my one corner, and I'm holding down the Alt key. And as you can see, it's circling through the three different types of corners. We can move a corner point by clicking in there and clicking on the anchor point with the direct selection tool. So we have to go to the shortcut A for the direct selection tool and double click, and then you can kind of move it around any which way you want. So again, the key on this one is you have to make sure you're in the direct select tool, and then you can double click. So on some of these, as you can see, I can kind of make it where it's a curved point, just like that. So if we want to change the anchor points on our star, we can click the direct selection tool, click on the anchor point, and over here we can click the minus point, and then that will delete one of our anchor points. So again, we can click on an anchor point with the direct selection tool and click the minus point, and then that will delete part of those anchors. So to recap, we've learned how to draw our basic shapes. We can reshape the corners, we can move a corner point, and finally we can remove a point. So that's a recap of Chapter 3 in our Illustrator ACA book.